Close your eyes for just a moment and let go. Let go of every thought racing through your mind, every worry sitting heavy on your chest, every tension knotted in your shoulders, because right now, you are being invited into a world of absolute stillness and breathtaking beauty, a world that exists beneath the surface of the ocean, far away from the noise, far away from the noise, far away from the rush, a world where time moves differently, where light dances in slow, hypnotic waves, where color blooms in every direction, like living art, and as this magnificent 8K ultra-high-definition aquarium comes to life. You are not just watching, you are floating, you are sinking into the most peaceful place your mind has ever known. Feel the water around you, not cold, not harsh, but warm and embracing like the softest blanket wrapping itself around your entire body, and notice how with every breath you take in, the world above grows quieter, and with every breath you release, you sink just a little bit deeper into this serene, glowing, living dream. Look now at the water. See how the light filters down from somewhere far above, breaking into long golden ribbons that ripple and sway with the gentle current, illuminating everything in a soft, shimmering glow. And within that glow, watch as the first fish appear, not darting, not rushing, but gliding, effortlessly gliding, their scales catching the light like fragments of stained glass, blues and silvers in the most tender shade of violet you have ever seen, moving together in a rhythm so natural, so perfectly coordinated, that you begin to feel your own breathing slow to match their pace. There, do you see them? A school of clownfish, their vivid orange bodies striped boldly in white and black, weaving in and out of the swaying tentacles of a sea anemone that pulses gently like a slow heartbeat, and there is something so calming about watching them, about the way they never seem to hurry, never seem to worry, never seem to be anywhere other than exactly where they are meant to be, and in this moment neither do you. Brian Tronice bedebel wakati Steverbot for Gris the Recalt, but then let's see the examinative, which of trade rate fit the action pepper could o distant bleak, which sent up wins the dumpy out. Hunch we're done with it before. Squid play the palm. Rich you know it's created for the wild the cake. We could give big account. Reboot Forge would be adopted. Fair but it come out to deck at the doctor.
Relaxing ambient.
Let your breathing settle even deeper now. In through your nose, slow and steady, filling your lungs completely. And out through your mouth, long and gentle, releasing everything you no longer need. And with each exhale, feel yourself become lighter, softer, more at ease than you have felt in a very long time. A sea turtle glides into view now, unhurried and ancient, its great shell mottled in sheaves and green and brown, its flippers brooming into the most graceful sweeping strokes you can imagine, and it turns one dark wise eye toward you for just a moment, as if acknowledging your presence, as if welcoming you to this quiet place, and then it continues on its way disappearing slowly into the soft blue haze of the deeper water, and you watch it go, and you feel something release inside you. Some need space, some urgency, some need to be somewhere or do something. Release the soft blue, the impossible beauty of this living. The breeing world, and amidst Siban Bediv, it's Zaladiv. Jellyfish drift into your field of vision now, Bitarmer not trance. The mesone and ethereal, their bell pulls pulsing in the slowest mesmerizing rhythm. Some small and delicate as soap bubbles trailing long gossamer threads behind them. Others larger, their bodies glowing with a faint bioluminescent blue that makes them look like living lanterns in the deep, and there is something almost meditative about watching them, about the way they surrender entirely to the current, making no effort to go anywhere in particular. Simply being carried, simply existing, and perhaps that is the greatest lesson this offer, the art of the surrender, the wisdom of allowing yourself to simply be carried, to strut fighting. The music around you now, do you feel how it moves? Low and resonant, like the voice of the ocean itself, like the hum of something ancient and vast and endlessly patient, and it moves through you not just as sound but as sensation, as a gentle vibration that starts somewhere deep in your chest and spreads outward through your limbs until you feel it in your fingertips, in the soles of your feet, in the space behind your eyes where tension used to live, and it is dissolving that tension, note by breath, heartbeat by heartbeat. A magnificent lionfish drifts past now, its elaborate fins spreading out around it like the petals of the most exotic flower, each fin ray tipped with a delicate point. Its body striped in red and white and brown, and it is at once the most dangerous and the most beautiful thing you have ever seen. A perfect reminder that the ocean holds within it every contradiction, every paradox, every impossible combination, danger and beauty, stillness and power, smallness and vastness, and somehow all of it coexists in perfect harmony. And somehow that harmony is exactly what your soul has been searching for. Gavdir oder Divrikor for comfort. Timur Taravatar Pregos. Dinger were eer til him til opperquint. Dermot hect. In redescended frain, adly would other rissumet. The meteor over from time do this come, teen, for the finger card, and here you want in that's for a bowl, even more ancient over form of a sacal. Great formations of rock, covered in moss, sacal great formation of ross and coral, crevices where more eels peel, pursuer were bow bullets, for his them winking eyes overquaint, and photo the seal. Rachel the great formations of rock, covered in moss and coral, crevices were beam wet, enfolding stewed. The directing can shift, like living light, rooting in part the bores, other out the port, yon to wraith, wordite, other your radar, Kjark. A manta ray appears now, breathing ear to the fertilometer. Jurulum, to barcometer to the emerebuters. The trombebrite humberau sembit, cam and tromberebre, the bunabit of the breaks and the bibustement raves. A glitziglot less like a creature and more like a dream, a dark silhouette against the lighter water above, gliding forward without seeming to move at all, serene and powerful and completely at home in this deep, vast, beautiful world. And as it passes overhead, close enough that you can see the white patches on its belly. Close enough that you can see the vollet patches, Yukon of the billet chount. That's called, if you can see, the kent the deep, knowing, did you bait. The you parade he, dirt for cub bitter, tradidicum wager rubber, barkrum to vowler, bern crane, but warbitin rin frey for the already Your fun anniversary bird brad odor to the something radical trade. Brenamidig prike, white and water fencer of the do their twar presence, like a living drool bracken readed it cowed. Robin and wasn't her furt, Frau Brow. Word is with us watching the world go by with perchinage want to sake. Watting the testament to rate, buddy out. Her Vanessa knew the spray alter rate as else, but she warmed it with enormous, curious eyes. And everywhere the dawn to break with. But about. Zabaldo be the beat o taped. Im could write sout. Then dad back you we David bit sbriep. Your obby ever chinchy fram. Shubber but a good breed of Reagan D. Wording time at the rate for Radiant, Warri and Mike Comaver to Drabadam. The room of Fenner reverts. I for nat, are rot, warm and worn soft, growing warm, rope, rowing flascency difficult, keep lifted, and that is perfectly alright. That is exactly as spool open, are growing soft, growing form, growing pleasantly difficult to keep lifted. And that is perfectly alright. That is exactly as it should be, because this aquarium, this music, this deep and gentle ocean world, will continue on without you, will keep its colors glowing and creatures moving, and like rat. Engagement rate rebrachidits, like what you can never wake hinch the radiger berterperik, to core of the acharvatham. Urhina boulders, severbert her proud, are ready when I canade. Word me trom, der for me read deliver der font the prey tons, free from corn to mitre rebut of blunt, freedom brunum but the grouts. Simple but being alive and beautiful but, and the music of Dusel is dilver warm every last dot ore tond. Free for one, he fed, the roused shade lay up, row beat him, still dissolving every last knot of tension in every last corner of your body, and you are still there, floating still breathe the might, to barals, and you are still there, treat, twont, but he quarry con, report await. In what is pretty conned, ripe wake, doubt, or be caught toward. In white tight. But the ocean is patient, endlessly, beautifully patient, and it is not done with you yet, and you are not done with it. And so we go a little deeper still, a little further still, into the heart of this living, breathing, luminous world that has no beginning and no end. Only this eternal now, only this endless unfolding of color and light and silence and grace. Notice how your jaw has softened without you even asking it to. Notice how your shoulders have dropped away from your ears. Notice how your hands have uncurled from whatever small tight fists they were making, and notice how your breath, without any inspiration, has found its own perfect rhythm, slow and even instruction, has found its own perfect rhythm, slow and even and deep as the ocean itself, in and out, like the tide that has been breathing this same way for 1 billion years before you were born, and will go on breathing the same way long after all of us have become part of the sea. Pray get it here, or verikadig bitter for Caleb's carburetor to predator. Ting to damn board to get the Reddit Dickon be bakerage. Third or figured on the boat Reddit flimbus of Fenanicanif. Dumma the tetrum with a baity de chump. Third it is the might of bat. Read it dots. Read it to bum good accuds to greta that ball. Read on into the bots. Read a choge of bun, punnet ready glitted and sitiguts. Nature wakes breed oft. Be part of the lids become the eat a brat. Trend at sepiat that, predelp the subject. At one of podium deco to bot. She bot. To dipoport. Through deta. Bebeg. Trip black butts get dot. Break Brit botch, there will dex jot but take some but Stravik to bilch go. Now watch as a great hammerhead shark moves through the blue distance, not threatening, Not alarming, but magnificent. Absolutely magnificent. Absolutely magnificent. Its strange wide head sweeping from side to side in that slow searching motion. Its body moving in long, powerful sweeps. And there is something about its absolute certainty, its complete lack of doubt or hesitation, that speaks directly to something in you, that reminds you that you too were built perfectly for the life you are living. That you too are exactly the right shape for exactly this world. And that you too can move through your days with this kind of quiet, this kind of unheard purpose, this kind of coat, this kind. Breathe in deeper, breathe. T-believe breathe slowly all the way to the jerp. Then get it a bitteries, 3 mard, and a 20 by chimberies on the bag. It breathin out of a reach, reeving reefy, if for Cambry, right will be more perfectly matched to the rhythm of your oval, more perfectly matched to the rhythm of your own heart, as though this entire underwater world has been waiting just for you, has been tuning itself just to your frequency, has been arranging itself into exactly tellers and movements, and isn't that particular soul most needs in this? Particular soul most needs in this particular moment. And isn't that a beautiful thought? Isn't that his gorbleed? You would then have to. I wouldn't wait see you whack quite. And here is a do a the chiply quieter would timmer reef in corrugation, or we timmer not there it reworlded, and one infrared am right than dark, what'll me now and data with egg, where tiny organism glow blue and green in the darkness, where the coral itself seems to have swallowed starlight and kept it safe inside, and it is one of the most astonishing things you have ever seen, this secret garden of living light in the deep dark ocean, and you float above it in wonder, and you feel very small in the most comforting way possible, very small in the most tortited, timmer pie under me. Pride of non hind jeer, then shelter but needier a part of kind, and quarter buddy bereds, something incho, and court of the wadetch set the bolts courted the mighted skis skirl. With tessermuct of baggy a pod of dolphins appears now at the very edge of your vision, sleek and silver and moving with that characteristic joy, that effortless, playful, utterly uninhibited joy that dolphins seem to carry with them everywhere they go, and they are not rushing, they are not fleeing, they are simply moving for the pleasure of moving, turning and rolling and spinning through the water with a delight so pure and so complete that you cannot watch them without feeling something lighten inside you, some last remaining heaviness lifting away from your chest, like a soap bubble released into the air, rising and finally, gently dissolving into nothing. Let that heaviness go now, whatever it was, wherever it came from. It does not belong here. It has no place in this deep and peaceful world, and you do not need to carry it any further. Let the current take it. Let the water dissolve it. Let it become part of the ocean, part of the endless cycle of things that are released and transformed and born again as something new. Squirrels of silver jacks will ometer burning. To release sir berry, harting the end artis ometer farther labadav. Treat, hopper in to sabrider its eyes. Break on my some. Think a 120 ocean, and this is one of the great mysteries of the ocean. This collective intelligence, this ability to act as a single unified mind without any leader, without any plan, without any creator, without any plan, without any commuter, and what Tikkun science has been fully able to explain. And perhaps it is not so mysterious after all. Perhaps it is perhaps it a grain. Tombed, geprint out. Without he wait, squander prod. His yo height advic to the butud of a sond, it's wild. Of that if would hats fulgill. Your eyes are very heavy now, so pleasantly, so warmly heavy, and the line between the world you are watching and the world you are dreaming has grown very thin, very soft, very easy to slip through, and perhaps you've already begun to slip through it without noticing. Perhaps you've already begun to slip through it without noticing. Perhaps even now you are somewhere between the two, floating in that luminous borderland where the waking mind and the dreaming mind meet and embrace like old friends. And that is a wonderful place to be. That is exactly the right place to be. And there is nowhere else you need to go, and nothing else you need to do except continue. Gently. The repetira getterchi, or can a tumble of burvid a Persian teep forning a tabaridum where there's a bulls. It incorded more than the rathic, einer vor tumbek prulet of ruts into pergimek, were kun of the brown the think of it hinard, brennipers on borals, and vitzin with train bor pride, and shenai de brief fist agreement on the friction fund the synchrony of creatures that have chosen each other completing and the turning of the brezen synchrono of pre-show begittery calls, turning together rise into go, drifting together street, evas of the coral gardens. In a stot and teen station, where small rasses pick parasites from the gills of the jilts attainder. Chad the deman so to Johns, in so pretty boors, I'll deteriorate the belts, out that the stewich me, and no creature enters your field of vision. An octopod bitumeris were in imdenary of pre-blank, and tifinoram the encrossum were right in that of our femant, our sim and myvorsin, mesmerizing shift of color and texture. One moment matching the pale sand perfectly, the next moment blooming into deep red, then fading to mottled brown, then flashing brilliant white, then settling into a shifting pattern of spots and stripes that seems to express something beyond camouflage, something like thought made visible. And it is one of the strangest and most wonderful things in all the ocean. This creature that seems to be entirely of possibility, entirely of transpolodal self. But seals to be coder be entire rate of a tater altogether, of a tea, and perhaps that too speaks to something in you. Perhaps you too contain more colors than you show the world, more possibilities than you have yet explored, more capacity for transformation than you have given yourself credit for. And perhaps this long, quiet, beautiful night is part of that transformation. This slow dissolving of tension and worry and the endless noise of daily life. This gradual return to something quieter and truer and more essentially yourself. Notice now how the water has grown warmer still, how the music has become almost indistinguishable from your own breathing, how the light seems to pulse in time with your heartbeat, slow and steady and absolutely unhurried, 60 beats a minute, perhaps 55, perhaps less, each beat a small warm wave of peace spreading outward through your body, each breath a small surrender, each passing moment a gentle deepening of the most perfect rest you have known, as long as you can remember. Relative kip for pictal, each of dirich skibwater, breading your water bluggerach. Thinking I'll be daughter is habitable when it's iterated free town foot and then editrum gainage. Wah, some creepy of a jum the video rock. Coordinates fruition of the distances, per for the bath, on it was in what of belts. Edited so this would reef and body but water forth this taining invisible food, and it is so peaceful pieces that water for a tiny seed. Confissal peaceful per. Ralph and dates peaceful this great creature going about its ancient business with such patience, such gentleness, such complete indifference to everything except the simple of it parted. Bidamati arties, or to don't be beck and spicky pot. Where I to be guilty of other bull. And you are in that moment now. You are in that held breath, that perfect stillness, and your body on body is so for, and your body a bit already is so having very feel where you end, and the water begins, and the music is so much a part of you now that you could not say whether you were hearing it or whether you were it, and the light is so soft it is almost darkness, the most beautiful darkness, the most welcoming darkness, the most welcoming darkness, the most welcoming darkness, the most welcoming darkness, the most deep water and deep sleep and deep dreams that are waiting for you just a little further on, just a little deeper. Down a place that is all your own, a place that is always there, a place of no worry and no death, a chariot. Reading cabaret cade for kibidikitaft. The women are full from cheap, ready to fetch a king to the ready good average fracta, bats, for dalach injected at the bobica, brother true timber for summation. Do bone the fitting cap this to barbaric, videons, the quick account you can set up of which fidget gradations, but to grop and take, biff and spade its sprout, printed in bow retin visive daquapt, but dense, but then the feel leads. Which imitated sadistic out but a bit the bidbin same to rich glarns, betwented but sappy ifs. Carried upon the bragdens with a traded by biscoat. Chabon notes about, took quite a beal bertrand. Chipun pradal dates mubba deeth but. With a crippled. To budget without to stock to preach.